Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, how's today morning? Everybody, how you feeling now at this moment, at this particular moment?
This particular moment, I am feeling happy and
Wow,
yes, and आपका वो like पे WhatsApp पे देखते ही मैंने join किया मैंने कहा I'll become double happy.
great, absolutely
Yeah.
wonderful. So anybody else wanted to share this?
Yeah, very very happy. Looking forward to like how we can be more consciously positive in action.
Yeah, thank you, Jay, and thank you, Shabana. So when you shared this, you got a purpose behind your action. So when we are talking, the how to be consciously positive in action, from where our actions comes. Any idea?
Basically
Action,
from whatever we are going through, if that is in head, then it comes from that.
what we are going through. Okay.
Yeah, whatever the circumstances. Like for example, I have certain payments today. In the morning, it was coming that जो जहाँ से रिसीव होना है वो टाइमली करेगा कैसे मैं दूंगा.
Okay.
Then I dropped it and then I said, right now it's the time for a daily routine in the morning. So this
Okay.
was going to happen well. So
Okay.
let me do what I am supposed to do now.
Okay. So for a little action, can we take a deep breath twice? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So what was the feeling? Okay. So my idea is when we take oxygen inside, it regenerates some good feeling in our self. Throughout the mind, throughout the body, we feel very energetic when we inhale oxygen. And when I ask the question, our action comes from, so they come from your thoughts. What are you thinking? They convert it into actions because thought must be producing emotions, feelings, and those emotion feeling would create action. And if you really wanted to make your action very positive consciously, then you have to see your thought, which thought you are going on. Because there are 60 to 70,000 thoughts are coming the complete day. So I am Kuljit Marwah. I'm a productivity action coach based on neuroscience and psychology. I'm a leadership coach, mindset coach. I'm a psychometric analyst and NLP practitioner as well. And I'm also an experiential trainer. So I work always on the thoughts. So when we have right kind of thoughts, then action would come in that way only. So how we can see that? Because as recently we got an example from Jayji. Jayji said they have some payment pending today. So immediately thought come from there. He has to collect those payments and is worried about it. Now the idea is you must have a strong purpose behind your thought. It will definitely give you a complete positive action. When I'm saying complete positive action, that means you are not going to procrastinate it. Because if the purpose is weak or you don't have a good purpose behind that, then you may procrastinate that action because the thoughts are weak. When the purpose is strong, so first of all, you must check your purpose. And if you clear in your purpose, you definitely go ahead with the right kind of thought. So action always related with the thought and purpose behind that, because they only create emotions, feelings, and when it comes with the emotion feeling, it comes strongly. So what we have now, we have to definitely, as Jayji has given example of the parents, the thoughts come both way. He may give the payment, he may not give the payment. So you must have actionable action A or action B. If action A will work out, definitely will go through. Or if action A will not work out, then what will be the action B? Or going little beyond, what will be the action C? So you have to decide yourself, and you must be clear about your action, where they are leading you to. Because when I'm saying about purpose, what is happening is we must have a goal to achieve, where we want to go ahead. What is the purpose of taking action? So the action should be clear that is it taking me towards my goal or not? So we have to check that how we are taking the action. Then the first part is what is the action, and what is how it can be executed. That is also important. So only thing is you have to see the aspect of reaching your goal. If it is taking towards your goal, it is positive. It is definitely positive when it is taking towards your goal. So any question till time? So one more question. If I put a dot on the whiteboard on the one side of the room, and you will be standing on the opposite side of the wall, the next wall, and then you look at that. So what you're looking now? What is visible? Anybody?
The wall.
The wall, okay. Anybody else?
The dot.
The dot. So
And around the dot, my observation was scattered around the dot also. What is that?
say it again.
My observation will scatter around the dot also. Like
Okay.
some cupboard is there or something is there. So it will scatter.
Good. So idea is it is the same dot, same board, same wall, but there are two observations we had. So that is how we are going ahead. So when we look at anything, it is our thought that how we are taking it, how we perceive it. Some people may look at the dot. It is a blind spot. So it may, when you consider on that black spot, it is going to increase. It is going to enhance in the size. That is how we look at our problems also. So when we are problem focused, that dot is definitely making bigger and bigger in size. And that is how we perceive how big the problem is. But as JG has said that he also look at the white portion outside that dot. So there is another space of writing something else also. That means you are a creator. you are going to create something else if you look at that also. If you focus on the dot, it will become bigger and bigger and bigger. So we must be a solution-focused people. So look at the solution. Oh, this has happened. Smile at that. When you smile at that, definitely your thought process immediately shifted. Because you'll be focusing on other aspect of that blind spot. It is a small blind spot. Let me put another line, another dot, another figure where we have good space. So you become a creator for that. So you are a creator for a solution-focused people. So you will be definitely creating another solution when you see a blind spot. Now, one more thing, we always, how the thoughts are moving, how the thoughts are, so it is a movie which goes on the complete day. I said 60 to 70,000 thoughts are coming like a film reel. It goes on, goes on, goes on. And wherever you stop, that becomes a reality for you. It is not a reality, but it becomes a reality for you. As I said, if you focus on the blind spot, it becomes a reality for you. It is not actually a reality. You got other space also. You got a complete board which has a space. So idea is this, where are you focusing? So it is going through with our own belief. Like it is the past we are carrying, when we were at the age of 7, we already recorded few things, what my father told me, what my mother told me, what my teacher told me, what my friend told me. It got recorded in the amygdala here in the brain. And that recording gave me a reference point whenever I see a situation or see a person. Like in childhood, I've seen a face with big mustaches, black-headed person, so I was afraid of that. And that got recorded in my amygdala. And whenever I see that kind of person, I always relate with that person which I've seen in my childhood. So our brain is a reference point. So look at those references which are negative in your brain where you got a recording of it. So look at that. So which are the heavy baggages you are carrying? Which are the negative baggages you are carrying from the past? You always refer to them. Why? As we saw, there is a big board which we can plan something new. But why we are focusing on that black spot? So whenever we are carrying that old baggage with us, something has done wrong with us. Some people has done wrong with us. So these kind of people, please be conscious on that. So we are thinking always in that. But that is the time when it has happened, that was a critical situation. But now it is a different thing, different situation, different time, different world today. So we must drop some baggages which we are carrying, negative baggages from our past. And let's create a new picture today, now. So that is important. Now, second is, you must acknowledge your resources. Everybody is surrounded by some good resources, but sometimes we don't see at that because we are focused on that blind spot. So why can't we think of we have few more colors of pens? We can put those pen, we got a red pen, green pen, blue pen, and the black pen. So why can't we create another figure on this board? So always take the situation, the present situation, the now situation with the new era of thinking. Your thought process must change immediately, like this, and like this. Because wherever we see, the angle we see, we find that kind of that way. So we must acknowledge our resources, whatever we have in our surroundings. We must feel gratitude for our present life. Whatever we have. I take one example. You must look at what choice you're having. The example is, if I see at the choice, I got my mother and my father. God hasn't given me any choice on that. He has just given one mother and one father. And they can't be replaced by anybody else. Now, if I don't like few things in them, but I can respect them, I can respect their feelings, their way of thinking, because they are the one pattern, brain pattern, which they are working according to their own past recordings. So when I make whatever the available resources are, they are only my mother and father. So let me take my choice with them. Wonderful. Thankful to God. I got this kind of father and mother. Because I must understand every coin has two sides, head or tail. So everything, even your palm, has two colors. They have two colors. So you don't have any choice. You have to make that a choice. Wow, what a beautiful hand I am having. So that is how we can feel happy on that. Whatever you have, bring it to your happiness by making it as a choice. When Shabana told me it's morning 8 o'clock, I said, so early. That's one way of thinking. I have to wake up a little early. And the second opinion is, wow, wonderful opportunity to meet new people. Wonderful opportunity to give something what you have. So that is how the situation is the same, but the way of thinking are changing. It's either this way or that way. So it's all your choice. So make it as a choice. What you want to do it. So we have a beginning of any work. Let's do it in a creative, energetic way of doing it. And if we are going on a completion of that project, let's put our complete energy into it by thinking one thing, that this is the last day for you, let me have that work done. So that way we can complete those projects by putting all complete energy in that. So whenever you're taking a new thing, the only thing is how it works, putting energy into that. Start believing yourself. Start believing in yourself. Belief is the power behind your energy. So always take that thing in a positive way. that how this is going, how we are moving, is it taking towards my goal? So those actions would be more energetic when it is going towards your goal. So purpose of that action must be very clear. So when you're clear about your purpose of action, then definitely they are energetic, they are positive. And one more thing, you can't have control on noise around you. So there are two circles. One is a controllable, another is an uncontrolled circle. Uncontrolled people, uncontrolled situation. So now when I'm saying reduce your noise around you, that is the noise of negative comments, negative feelings, negative people. Because they couldn't achieve in their life, they said, please don't do Kuljit, you can't do it. It would not happen. So they always encourage people in a negative way. Must be conscious on that. So one of the, I wanted to tell you one story on that. There was a big village and there was a deep river outside that village. And there were two brothers. One is 8-year-old, one is 12-year-old. So when they were just taking bath on that river, and it is, drawn by the pressure of the water, the elder one, the elder brother, he was just sinking on that water, and the younger brother, he took his hand and wanted to pull him towards him. And he did. He put all his energy into that action, and with one movement, he pulled him out. So what has happened? A small boy pulled the bigger boy. And when they came back home, they told that story to people. And people don't believe. It couldn't be happen. It couldn't be happen. Everybody was saying. And one person said, that has happened because there was no person around them to say that you can't do it. It will not happen. So he hasn't listened to anything like that. He just did it. Put all his energy into that, and he got that brother out of that water. So that is how our thought process works. So we have to take precautions about this noise on negative thinking, how these negative thinking works. So normally what is happening is there are lots of gossips are going around. Lots of gossips are going on. So some people discuss about people. He did like this. He is always like this. He is very bad. So this is kind of the gossips people are doing. It is merely a wastage of time. Discussing people, you won't get anything out of that. It is just merging your positive energy into the negative energy by complaining about that person. So it's a person focused. So there is a better suggestion on this is when we discuss about the situation instead of the people. There we get something, what has happened in this situation was wrong, no, this situation can be like that. There could be something else also. So when it is a situation focus, gossip, then it may turn out with some good ideas. And what is the best situation? Is to discuss ideas. He implemented this kind of idea. It was really wonderful. He made this just because of this idea. So we are focused on the ideas. So gossips on the ideas are taking towards you the success. Because you are discussing those ideas which are good, you are discussing those ideas which are bad also. Because there are two kind of learning. One learning is from failure. So you learn out of that. So failure give you a learning. An action was there, but it gave me a learning. So let me have another action which is not having this, and this, but will be adding on to this, and this. So you got something else also on that. But there is another learning also, learning from success. So learning from success is, I got a success in that action. Really good. But what would have been if it could be in that way? It would be much better, much faster. You're giving me result faster than the earlier action. So you are learning from your success also. So always think what you'll be getting out of that. So thinking process take you another level and then another level and then another level. So must be take care of that. So any question till time? Anybody, any question? I think good morning, everyone.
Yeah, nothing really, but it's like the way you are creating.
Okay.
It's a little bit of doubts were there, so that got cleared out. But only
Little
what
bit
you
of
say,
doubt.
yeah, doubts were there.
Okay. Ask
So
me.
that got
Ask me then.
cleared.
Let's
I
find
said
out
that
a way of doing that.
No, I said like you were saying the gossip.
Mhm.
So even I'm totally against gossip, and then I immediately get upset like from the other person I hear. But I said instead of getting upset, so let me hear him out so that I can empty him. And then I don't react to it, and I take action with a good idea or good intention.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, sir. This is the only way to put it forward. Because if you are learning out of that gossip, if you are getting something out of that gossip, it is fruit productive. But when it is just about complaining about a people, about a person, so it is not giving you any result. But when you are discussing that on a situation or on an idea, you'll be getting something different. Some creativity comes up. So that is
Correct.
how you are creating. So there is no, it's not that we can't express our feelings. We can't express our emotions. They're not gossips. They're just the expressions. And when we are expressing our feelings, our emotions, it is really good. Because when I did a breathing exercise, so when I'm taking oxygen inside, definitely something comes out of also. And what is that? That's the carbon dioxide. And the carbon dioxide exhaust is very important. So if you have some bad feeling or the sad feelings inside you, just choose a point where you can exhaust that. Choose a reliable person with whom you can share that. It is really important. Because if you don't exhaust that, you can't create. Because if I wanted to put in a cup of coffee, I wanted to put tea, I have to empty that coffee first. And then only I can put a tea in that cup. So similarly, when you have something sad or bad ideas in your mind, or expression in your mind, or a feeling inside your mind, please exhaust that. Please discuss with somebody. But the only purpose behind that is to see that is this action taking towards your goal. I hope that I answered your question.
Yeah. I
Thank
got
you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you. So now what is happening is I have to work on the 5 factors. You can note down that this is the abbreviation is ADKAR. 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 This is ADKAR. Now everything is constant. Nothing is constant. What is your opinion? I've said two opposite statements. Which you like?
Nothing is constant.
Nothing is constant. Thank you so much for that. Nothing is constant, but the only thing is, one thing is constant, that is a change. Change is always constant, regularly happening. And you must go according to the change. Because as I shared with you, neuroscience says there is a recording of the past on your amygdala. But the only thing is you have to bring few actions to make a new pattern on your amygdala, which suits the today's situation, the today's world. Now I'm talking about ADKAR, ADKAR. What does it mean? So ADKAR would be definitely helping you to take your action as a positive, conscious way. So subconscious I'm denying because some subconscious was a recording which I made earlier in that particular situation, in that particular circumstances. But in a conscious mind, consciously being positive is being aware of your thoughts. So when you are aware of your thoughts, so A stands for awareness. So what kind of awareness? Awareness of need of change. How can use my resources? How I can, bring forth a change the way I was doing earlier. So awareness is very, very, very important. Give it a pause, close your eyes, think about what you are thinking, what thoughts are there in your mind. So that awareness for a need of a change is very important. And D stands for desire to participate and support the change. I must see how much I have a desire to bring that change in my action. Because sometimes it is not skill issue, sometimes it becomes a will issue. Sometimes we said, we don't have a mood. So we must check ourselves. Bring it to awareness what mood is all about. Is it because sometimes it is some negative thinking about something, about your action, what you're going to take, about someone else, which is disturbing you, which is disturbing back of your mind. So check that. So create the desire to participate and support that change you wanted to bring through your action for your goal. So A is awareness of the need of the change. D is a desire to participate and support the change at core. So K is a knowledge on how to bring that change. That K bring me more closer of my way of action. What kind of action is required for this thing to be completed, or this thing to take me towards my goal. So knowledge on how to bring about that change. So here, one thing we also resist. We don't, there is a one term called ASK. ASK. Otherwise, full form of ASK is also attitude, skill, and knowledge. So when we see the skill we have, the knowledge we have, sometimes there is a problem of attitude. So we must check that attitude. This attitude, when we are aware of that attitude, we must see that, is this attitude taking me towards the right step towards my action? That energetic step towards my action? And also ask someone, the right kind of person, to bring forth that change if I don't have a knowledge on that, how to do it. No harm asking someone. Sometimes it look like, what does he say? Then your purpose is to get that goal with the right kind of action. So if you don't have a knowledge on that, how to bring about, just ask someone. ADKA. So first A we said awareness, D we said desire, K we said knowledge, A is ability to implement desire, skill, and behavior. Excuse me. A is our ability to implement desire, skill, and behavior to bring it towards my goal. So we must check that. And wherever we find that this ability is not that degree that completed, I must ask someone to support. And ADKAR. So R is a reinforcement to sustain that change. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. So that give me sustainability about my positive actions and reaching my goal. So powerfully what we are doing is we are reinforcing my actions again and again, believing in myself, putting all my energy into that, and I'm clear about that it will take towards my goal. So that becomes more powerful. So I go towards that action. So ADKAR will definitely help you in taking your action in a positive way, very consciously. So put somewhere on your table or in your wall of your bedroom where you can check yourself time and time again and again and again for your own thoughts. I cannot control my thoughts, but I can check the thoughts I want to do. Hold on. Because when I hold on those thoughts, they become reality for me. And when they become reality, we come into actions. Because that really gave me a feeling, that reality gave me an emotion. So emotion bring up action. So thank you so much, everyone. So any question here? It's already 9:43 and I promised till 9:45. And anybody want to do 2 minutes for any questions? Anybody wanted to ask?
Yeah, no
Thank you.
question, but things were very smooth. I've written down that awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, reinforcement. And
Yeah.
written down the other things accordingly you told. So I will implement it today. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for the understanding and thank you so much for taking to your life towards the horizon of your goal. I congratulate you on that. You really took that into actions, and it will not change in the future. It has already changed just now. You took action on that.
Yes,
So anybody else?
this reinforcement is the most powerful I see in all of this. So that is where sometimes we stop doing. Sometimes things happen little late, but I slow down. Then this reinforcement like gives me a lot of like turbo charger. बोल दें गाड़ी में. You can charge it out.
Yeah. So, Jason, what you can do is go back to that awareness.
Right.
When there is a problem in reinforcement, this is again you go back to awareness, and then desire, then the knowledge, and then the ability.
Right.
So it will be reinforced again and again.
Got it.
So idea is not getting morally boosted. Idea is to be in action.
Yes. Like we don't stop breathing, so we can connect to it.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
In one company I was working and there people gave me one name, which is Mr. Possibility. Because I know everything is possible. Anything, everything is possible. And I used to tell people, yaar, jo kaam nahi hota na, mere ko le chalo. Let's do that. And it's not that I look at the result. I was looking at my actions, what actions I'm going to take. Is it going in a positive way? Is it going in a positive belief? So that I was working and I was getting results also. It's not every time I was getting results, but reinforcing again and again, changing my action, changing to a next better level, I was getting results. ADKAR was helping me. What and how I'm thinking. So everybody, thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, so I'm just stopping the live stream and then just give me 1 second and then we can do one activity.